Okay, we're live. We're live on Rumble. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook. We're live on TikTok. It's the anti-bug cleanse. It's the preliminary day, okay? Starting tomorrow is the first day out of 3 days. We're doing the anti-bug cleanse. So this is really a special time. I'm excited. By the way, you see a pot right here. You see apples. I'm going to make some apple cider or apple juice. Hot spiced apple juice is really what I'm going to make, and I'm actually excited about that. So we're going to do that. I got all my spices here. I got my apples. So I'm going to do that a little later on. Do you have a copy of the Cleanse to Heal? This has the anti-bug cleanse in it. An important book. It's critical, and right now it's on sale. Amazon.com US, $16.99. Incredible, 51% off. Go to the library. You can get it for free if you don't have the $16.99 for the sale. The sale that the book's on at right now. If you don't have that, you can do try to get a copy at the library for free, and that's perfectly fine. Now, I'm doing this cleanse, right? And this is a free cleanse. And we're doing it for basically 4 days. So today's the first day. It's the pre-day, and we're doing 3 days after it, okay? Now, this is free, so this isn't the kind of thing where you got to pay $3,000 or $2,500 because I'm going to give a tremendous amount of information out. We're not taking this to a private platform somewhere where you actually have to sign up and you actually have to, you have to buy a ticket and spend all that money. That's not what we're doing here, okay? This is a free resource. That's how I like to do it. I don't want to charge everybody $2,000, $3,000 for, to do this. In fact, you can go to the library and get the book for free if you don't want to get the $16 book at Amazon.com US. But it's on sale at Amazon.com for $16. And it's on sale in other places too. So check out wherever you are. Go into your bookstore, whatever. Barnes & Nobles, you can pick up a copy. But the book's important because the anti-bug cleanse is in the book, and we're going to do it. Listen, another thing too, if you guys are here to just view this, to just watch it, to just chill out, perfectly fine, okay? So if you don't want to partake or have fun or make recipes or get the book, and if you just want to hang out, have fun with it, then we do that too. But the point is, there's a lot to learn. We're going to cover a lot. There's a lot to cover. It's exciting. So it's great to have the book. It's important. So this is pre-anti-bug cleanse day. So this is not day one, but it's about preparation. It's about being prepared. It's about getting ready for it. And why? Why are we doing an anti-bug cleanse? What does that mean? So now, just for preparation wise, important to know, okay? And day one, okay? So day one, we're going to be doing the potato salad. Now, if you guys want to prepare today and get ready for tomorrow and make the meal with me, that would be fun. That would be awesome because I would love that if you guys want to make the meals with me. So day one, tomorrow, we're doing the potato salad, okay? And I know the book's just flipping around right here, but the potato salad. So being prepared, having the ingredients would be awesome. We can make it together. I mean, how cool is that, right? Day two, all right, is the portobello. There it is, the portobello stew. Okay, I'm making the recipes. I want to make it with you as each day goes on, and that would be so great. Make them together, right? How fun is that? So there's the portobello stew. That's okay, and then there's the day three. The stuffed peppers, so potato and herb stuffed peppers right there. So I'm going to make that recipe too. So how amazing is that? Today I'm just making the hot spiced apple juice, but I'm just showing you guys right there. Telegram, can you guys see that? You guys on Rumble, can you see that? Incredible, right? So making the recipes together throughout this anti-bug cleanse is going to be fun. I hope you guys do that. I hope you guys have the book. I hope you get a copy as soon as you can, or go to the library, get it for free. The cleanse is free. Really important to know because someone left a comment, I think it was today, and it was a comment of something like, how much are you charging for this cleanse? How much is it gonna be? Is it gonna be like everybody else, $1,500 or $2,000? it was something like that. And I'm like, whoa, whoa, chill, man. It's free. It's free. So I'm excited. Incredible. So you guys, so let's go into this. Let's talk about this a little bit. Why anti-bug cleanse? Like, what does it even mean? Like, how does that work? We got bugs that live inside of us. Everybody is loaded with bugs. Some people loaded with more bugs. Some people a little less. And there's four categories, okay, to think about, all right? One category is bug fuel. So we're eliminating bug fuel. So we're eliminating a category of foods that feed the bugs. So we're eliminating bug fuel. So that's one part that we're going to do. We're also eliminating blood thickeners, foods that thicken the blood. When you use foods that thicken the blood, you never cleanse. You never detox. You just slowly kill your liver. You slowly kill yourself along the way throughout your life. All those blood thickeners. We're getting rid of another category, dehydrators. Not food dehydrators, meaning like if you got a dehydrator or something like that and you want to make some crackers. No. We're getting rid of a category of foods that dehydrate the body, dehydrate the brain, dehydrate the blood, dehydrate the organs, right? And then we're getting rid of another category of foods which are toxin contributors. We're getting rid of the toxin contributors. So we're getting rid of the bug fuel. That's one right there. We're getting rid of blood thickeners. That's another one right there. We're getting rid of dehydrators. It's another category of foods. We're getting rid of toxic contributors. Another category of foods. That's how exciting this is. We're getting rid of 4 categories that end up keeping us from healing, keeping us from cleaning out toxins, keeping us from killing the bugs that live inside of us. And you may say, hey, AW, I don't have any bugs. I don't know what you're talking about. I just have a little acid reflux. I get a little fatigue here and there. I got a little bit of eczema that gets scratchy on my skin. I got a little bit of anxiety. It's like bugs. That's what you have. If you got the eczema, then you got the Epstein-Barr. Or you might be like, hey, AW, I don't have any bugs. Do you get any cold sores ever? Do you ever get a fever blister? That's simplex herpes 1. It sits in the trigeminal nerve. It sits in throughout the body on different nerves. It sits in the brainstem, and it sits there, and then it breaks out every now and then. You get your cold sore, right? You get your cold sore. Well, that is a bug. We're not going to want to feed that bug anymore. You know, hey, W, I only get some chronic sinusitis once in a while, and I got like some mucus in my head. Streptococcus. That's a bug. Hey, AW, I had a UTI last year, but I don't got no bugs. That bug is still in you. It's still there. Streptococcus. You know, hey, W, I got some acne, but I don't have any bugs. Streptococcus. You got acne, UTIs, chronic sinusitis, styes, anything like that. That's what you're dealing with. Say you got chronic fatigue. You're dealing with bugs. Chronic fatigue is the Epstein-Barr. Rheumatoid arthritis is the Epstein-Barr. Hashimoto's thyroiditis, hyperthyroidism, hypothyroidism, cysts and nodules on your thyroid is the Epstein-Barr. Long haul pandemic stuff is viruses tripped up from getting your immune system dropped and slammed down from catching that plague going around, right? So then the Epstein-Barr creeps up and the shingles creep up. Sciatic pain. So back pain, you can't explain where it runs down your butt and runs down your leg down to your foot. But yet your back seems okay and you're at the chiropractor and you're still having the problem. It's the shingles virus right there. Jaw pain, that's mysterious. So you're at the dentist and they don't know what to do. They do the x-rays. Everything looks okay. A lot of people still get their teeth drilled for no reason. Trigeminal neuralgia, right? Bugs. That's the shingle bug. Shingles. So we all got these bugs and they all keep us sick. Do you have another diagnosis? Multiple sclerosis, lupus, right? What else do you have? Neurological Lyme? We're talking about bugs. This is the anti-bug cleanse. So I'm giving you guys kind of a little prep about it. Like, what is it? What are we doing? Like, why are we even doing this? And I want to read a little something too in a second about the cleanse. But if you guys just got on here, it's critical to have the Cleanse to Heal book, right? If you guys are like, hey, he's just trying to sell a book. Well, that's funny because I could turn this into a cleanse and sell it for $3,000 a ticket. Take it to a private platform. Sell it to 50,000 people or 20,000 people at $3,000 a piece. Do the math. How much can I make? But I don't, and I'm not going to. I'm not going to do it. Go to the library, get it for free, or get it on sale on Amazon, 51% off. But make sure you have the Cleanse to Heal book. It's got the anti-bug cleanse in there, and when you read the rest of the book, your mind will be blown because it's got a lot more in there than that. It's got over 200 symptoms and conditions. It's got 75 recipes. It's got the causes of chronic illness. It's got other cleanses. This thing is already saving lives all over the world. Make sure you have a copy. And we're doing this cleanse together, doing it for free. How cool is this? So what I love about the anti-bug cleanse is it makes more room for healing foods. It makes more room for healing foods, right? So when you're making more room for healing foods, you're taking away other foods that may not be healing. Does that look like healing foods to you? I'm kind of wondering, does that look like healing foods? Is that going to get rid of all the bugs? It's not, and I'll talk to you guys why later, right? The eggs and the butter on that gluten bread, the bacon, is that going to get rid of the bugs? Okay, so when you take away these other foods or choose not to use them and then choose to use foods that help heal you, like the recipes we're going to do together, your life changes. Your life changes. Like you get empowered. You take control over your life. That's what happens. Now, ain't nothing going to take you down. Nothing's going to run you and rule your life. No way. You're taking control over your life. You're really becoming empowered. It's not just using the word like empowerment. Everybody throws it out there left and right. Hey, take control of your life. Go do this. Take control of your life. Go do this medical treatment. Hey, take control of your life. Go do this. No, take control. Go do this. That's not taking control of your life. Okay? A lot of people say, yeah, you can do this. You know what? How about really taking control? Let's knock out the bugs. The bugs that sit in us wreak havoc as our life goes on. You go along, and then all of a sudden, whoa, why am I sick? It's because you had some bugs in you all these years, and we're working on knocking them out. So this is really important, you guys. So I want to read a little something to you real quick, okay? That's I think it's important to know. All right, so let's go there. Okay, first of all, I want to make a quick announcement. Later on today, okay, right, I'm doing an exclusive 15-minute live on Rumble, 6:15 Eastern, 3:15 Pacific. So just letting you know. So it's going to be on Rumble, right? And so rumble.com/medical medium. So make sure you're there. It's not going to be about the anti-bug cleanse. It's not going to be about what we're doing in this cleanse for the next 4 days, the next 3 days after tomorrow. It's not going to be about that. Link is in the description. It's just an exclusive talk, a little private talk on Rumble. Okay? It's going to be 15 minutes or maybe a little bit more depending on what's happening. Depends on how many zingers I throw out or not. Could even be longer. But it's going to be on Rumble later on, 6:15 Eastern, 3:15 Pacific. Make sure you subscribe to Rumble and you're there. Don't miss that exclusive live that's coming up later on. We're not going to be talking about the anti-bug cleanse. We're going to be talking about other stuff. So it'll be fun, okay? Just be you guys and Spirit, Compassion, and I. So I want to read a little something in here. And if you guys just came on here, I want you to watch this from the beginning, okay? Later on, watch it from the beginning, and because I talked about other stuff, getting ready, preparation, getting ready for the cleanse. Tomorrow's day 1 of the anti-bug cleanse. I'm going to make some hot spice apple juice. I'm totally pumped about it. So I want to read a little bit too, okay? Okay, on the troublemaker foods list, because that's what's in here's troublemaker foods list, right? That I'm going to have you guys choose not to do. You'll see that the foods are divided up by level, with level 1 being the most important to remove if you want to make progress with your health. Which level you try is up to you guys. So there's a variety of different levels, okay? So there's levels 1 through 5. Level 1 is going to be the easiest, but it's still going to be helpful, and it's still going to be eliminating bugs. You're still going to be starving bugs without starving yourself, okay? So then the level 2 gets a little bit more intense. Not much more, but a little bit more intense. Level 3 of the anti-bug cleanse, a little bit more. Level 4, even more. And level 5 is the bonus level. I'm going all the way to level 5. That's what I'm doing. I'm not going to do level 1. Level 1's great. You can do level 1. You could choose to do level 1, and I'm pumped. I'm excited. Okay? I'm doing level 5, which means I'm doing all levels, including bonus. That's what I'm doing, okay? But I got a couple things I want to read to you a little bit real quick. If you have a negative association with removing foods from your diet because of past diet protocols where food was eliminated, do any of you guys run into that? Do you have like a negative association with removing foods because of some kind of elimination diet out there or some other kind of diet out there, right? Where your food was eliminated, for example, like food allergy diets or food allergy testing. Please know that those were man-made programs. I'm going to say it again. If you have a negative association with removing foods from your diet because of PTSD from past diets you've done and cleanses and food elimination, right? Please know that those were man-made programs. Man-made programs. So important to know. Their makers, the men who made the programs, their makers are unaware of what causes chronic illnesses such as autoimmune, okay, and how food plays a role. They were unaware of that. Going all the way back 35 years of doing this, that's any time I've ever seen any kind of diet or cleanse or anything, nobody was aware of what caused chronic illness, why somebody was sick with autoimmune or chronic fatigue or anything else, but yet they were creating these diets, okay? So that's important to know. Those are guessing games that we don't play here. So we don't play guessing games. This is about knowing why you're eliminating a food, what happens when you do, what bugs you're starving because of it, and how to heal, like so many have healed. So this is important. So those are guessing games out there that we don't play here. Only here will you find food empowerment and the ability to take control of your healing. Take control of your healing process using real knowledge. Okay? I recommend that you consider shifting your thinking. It's not that you're not allowed to eat something. I'm not going to say you're not allowed to eat something. You're not allowed to eat something. Okay? You're allowed to eat anything you want. You want to eat something? Yeah. Look, if you want to do this cleanse with me and this is what you want to eat for 4 days because that's what your free will wants to do, and that's for some reason what you want to do, then don't let me get in the way. I'm still going to do the anti-bug cleanse, and I'm not going to have pizza this week. But I'm not saying you're not allowed to do anything. You can do anything you want, okay? But I'm hoping you choose not to eat the foods that will feed the bugs, like the cheese and gluten pizza or anything. I'm hoping that you choose to do the cleanse. If you're up for it. So I'm excited about that, okay? So, as I always say, I'm not the food police. Nope. Never been the food police. Ever. I've been the bug police. That I have been. I've been the bug police. The bug police that gives you your fibromyalgia. The bug police that gives you your lupus and multiple sclerosis. The bug police that gives you anything else you've been dealing with. Your eczema, your psoriasis, your vitiligo. I've been the bug police that gives you your UTIs. I've been the bug police. That's what I've been. Okay? I'm on page 172. I'm in Cleanse to Heal. I'm reading out of it right now. We're in the anti-bug cleanse. We're doing the preliminary stuff. This is the prep, you guys. This is the prep. We're prepping. Getting ready. Tomorrow starts 3 days, anti-bug cleanse. I'm doing all 5 levels. You can pick the level you guys want to do. It's going to be fun, right? So This is a list here so you can make informed decisions. So the list is in this book. You can make informed decisions on what foods that are getting in the way of your life, right? Let's also be clear that none of the foods here are listed as problematic out of prejudice against a dietary belief system such as veganism, plant-based, vegetarianism, paleo philosophy, or ketogenic theory. Okay? So this isn't about being biased to ketogenic, being biased to paleo, being biased to veganism, being biased to plant-based, being biased to vegetarian. This isn't about that at all. Okay? Nor is this cleanse about self-deprivation. You guys, you're going to be drinking hot spiced apple juice. You're going to be eating delicious recipes. This is not a cleanse about self-deprivation, starvation, or shame. This isn't about shame either. I told you before, if you're not ready to do the anti-bug cleanse, hang out. If you're hanging out and you're eating pizza, I still want you here, and I'm not shaming you. It's a hard world. Some people are just like, man, I just need a slice of pizza. But I want you to be able to learn, though. You can learn, so hang out. Maybe get the book someday, right? The foods are listed solely because they pose the risk that you will not succeed with your cleansing or healing process. That's what it is. So it's important. Give you a quick rundown on the medical medium books here in this book. They got the street cred. Millions around the world have gotten their lives back. They're healing everywhere. It's the thing that moves the needle, or the medical medium books, medical medium book series, when people use it and apply it properly. They move the needle and they get their lives back. And that's already happened. So this isn't this thing where I came out with a book for the first time and it's an experiment and I'm hoping to get 1 or 2 people better and maybe I will someday and hey, maybe I can get my book known or something. No. These #1 New York Times best-selling books are saving lives. They already have. It's happened around the world. And before the books came out, people came from all over the world to my office, got the information they needed, and got their lives back for over 35 years. So this is exciting. This is the anti-bug cleanse. It's a free deal. Nothing better than that. Get the book free at the library. Hit a library and see if they got a copy, kick it around, so you don't have to pay the $16 if you don't want to. 51% off Amazon.com, $16.99, Amazon.com US. It's an unbelievable 51% off. It's an angelic price. I say that because it costs more to print the book. It's costing more to print the book. It's incredible. You guys, I wanted to say that quick announcement once again for everybody who just came on. Everybody new. It came on. Later on Rumble, okay, I'm doing an exclusive talk later on, okay? It's at 6:15 Eastern, 3:15 Pacific. So I'm going to be on Rumble. It's going to be you guys and us. I'm not going to be on any other platform, and it's not going to be talking about the anti-bug cleanse. That's separate. We're going to be just chilling, and we're going to talk. Your book arrived yesterday, Jennifer Fields. Incredible. Incredible. Okay, so let's talk about the cleanse a little bit. Why not? 16 ounces of celery juice. Now, if you're somebody that's already doing 32 ounces and that's what you're doing every single day, do 32 ounces of celery juice. But 16 ounces of celery juice every single morning, okay? Keep out the troublemaker foods that you're picking, the level you're picking, whether it's level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, right? Drink at least 32 ounces or a liter of water every day. You can sip coconut water. Make sure your coconut water, if you like coconut water, you don't have to sip or use coconut water. But if you are, make sure your coconut water is not red. Make sure it's not pink. Okay? That's toxic coconut water. I know a trend passed around because the coconut water industry didn't want to lose millions and millions and millions, hundreds of millions of dollars over the years. So they convinced everybody. They lied. Zinger alert. They lied and they said that the pink to darker red, and the darker the color of the coconut water going red is actually good for you, and that's the best coconut water. That was a gross, disgusting lie, the coconut water industry. I mean, it's oxidated, it's shot, the coconut water went bad. And that's what happens when it goes red. Zinger alert, that's all. That's what happens when it goes red. Keep that in mind. And what happens is when they're getting all that coconut water shipped overseas and it turned red, or it's turning red because it's getting old, they don't want to lose their shirts. So that pink to red coconut water is oxidative and gone bad. And then they sell it in the health food stores pretending that that's the best stuff. That's how many tricks are out there of the trade. Anyway, use coconut water that's not like that. Keep that in mind. So, zinger alert, you're being screwed over. Like so many things happen in the alternative movement nonstop. And I love making no friends because of it, because then I'll piss somebody else off. Because, man, once you get that word out there and stuff, people start getting, mad again. It's like, what are you going to do? It's like, if I don't have your back, what am I supposed to do? Not be afraid I can't make any friends out there in alternative movement? I don't want to play that game. I just got to have your back. People who are chronically ill don't have time to waste, and they have to heal. And that's what it's about at Medical Medium, okay? So, all right. So the recipes in the book, if you want to choose other recipes in the book, say you don't want to make the recipe that I'm going to be making tomorrow, right? The potato salad. Say you don't want to make that recipe. Say you want to make a different recipe. You don't want to make the potato salad tomorrow because I'm making that tomorrow. That's okay if you want to do a different recipe. Totally on board, okay? And say you don't want to do portobello stew because you don't like portobello mushrooms. That's okay. Maybe keep the portobello mushrooms out or something. Make it the way you want to make it, all right? That's perfectly fine. So this is not a restricted diet. You can eat all day. That's the cool thing. You want to make a big portobello stew and you want to eat that all day long, then you can do that. That's what's awesome about that. And there's the portobello herb stuffed peppers I'm making on the third day. I think I'm making that on the third day. Yeah, third day, right? So if for some reason you don't like peppers, you want to pick another recipe inside the book, pick another recipe in the book, but I'm hoping you make the fun stuff with me, all right? So let's talk about the levels. That's the next part. So let's cover levels for a little bit. So this is fun. Level 1, you want to keep out certain foods, okay? So let's bring in some foods in level 1. Level 1, right? You want to keep these out. This is critical. This is bug fuel. I'm not ranking on eggs. Eggs were a good survival food for years and years and years out there. I was never anti-egg. But what happened was classified medical research and science before 1920 took the egg and they learned they can grow pathogens inside there because the eggs can eat undeveloped protein from the egg. So that, the bugs can eat undeveloped protein from the egg. So they learned that eggs feed all the bugs. And so they raised all the pathogens. The plague that everybody's freaking out about right now came from eggs, meaning they were raised in eggs in the labs, right? So it's important to know. So every bug you deal with, your simplex fever blister or your simplex 2 genital herpes, or whatever you got going on in your life that you want to clean up and heal, or your mono or whatever it is, came originally grown out of eggs from classified medical research and science and then was released into the public. HIV was grown out of eggs and then released into the public purposely so that people would get HIV. That's how classified medical research and science does it. Public medical research and science doesn't know this. So you eat the eggs, and every single bug in your body has a field day and starts to eat. So we're taking away the eggs. That's on level 1. So can you do it? Can you break away from the eggs? Can you break away from the bug feeders right there? So that's one. Another thing too, now level 1, and I'm in level 1 right here, says dairy products. So can you get rid of the stick of butter? Can you get rid of the cheese? Can you get rid of the cheese sticks, right? Can you get rid of any kind of cheese? Cheese will feed the bugs too. can you get rid of the milk, cheese, and the butter? So that's one thing right there to get rid of. Okay. Gluten, that's the next one. So let's get rid of gluten, right? So we got a slice of bread right here. Got a slice of bread. Can you get rid of the bread? Now that's not like straight white processed flour bread, but still. This was, and it was toasted up with some cheese inside, right? So can you get rid of like the bread and the cheese? So this is level 1. Level 1 also says no soft drinks. No soft drinks on level 1. So no soft drinks, right? That's important to know. No gluten, which was the bread, right? The wheat gluten. So you can read the book for more details, but that's level 1. And that's what I'm in right here, cleanse the heal. Now, maybe you're somebody that you just want to do level 1. Totally cool. Totally cool. Happy you're here. If you're somebody that doesn't even want to do level 1 and you just want to have some buttered toast and watch the gig, I'm happy you're here, okay? Maybe we'll learn some stuff. It'll be fun, right? Let's go into level 2. So can you guys do level 2? Level 2 is the same as level 1. You get rid of those first. You get rid of the eggs, the milk, the cheese, the butter. Gone. But level 2 has additional foods like pork. So that's when you get rid of the pork. So you get the pork out of there. That's a big one too. So that means like the bacon, the pork. So I got some bacon on this dish right here, right? So that's the bacon. So level 2 is getting rid of pork now. That's what we need to do. It's level 2. Okay? Pork is a blood thickener. I just showed you bug fuel, right? Which is the eggs, the dairy, the milk, the cheese, the butter. That's bug fuel. Now I'm showing you blood thickeners. Pork, right? Let's move to another one too. So we're in level 2, right? The next one is tuna. So now we're talking about tuna. So this is sushi. So whether you open a can of tuna fish or you open a pack of tuna, keeping tuna out is critical. We're in level 2. Level 2 is not just eggs, dairy, gluten, milk, cheese, butter, gluten, right, and soft drinks. Level 2 is pork, tuna, right, and corn. Pork, tuna, and corn. That's level 2. Keeping those out. So what happens if you're going to have corn tortillas, taco shells made of corn, right? Any kind of popcorn. How many of you guys are still like cooking up and popping popcorn, thinking you guys are like in the safe zone? You're popping organic popcorn every single night or on the weekends, right? And you think you're in the safe zone. Oh, those feed bugs. Corn will feed the bugs. Because it's all contaminated, it's all GMO, and they use corn, right, in the pharmaceutical world. That's how they make your drugs. They use corn to make all your drugs, GMO corn. They use corn now also to still feed bugs in the labs, okay? So we're level 2. We will go into levels more tomorrow. I'm going to make some hot apple juice. So there's level 3, there's level 4, there's level 5, right? So I'm going to make some hot spiced apple juice. So make sure you're ready. This is the pre-cleanse day. So this is the preliminary to the cleanse. It starts tomorrow. I'm really pumped out. I'm really excited, right? So that was you. Oh my God, doing all the corn, even organic corn. Even organic corn, it'll feed the bugs. Now, what I've always said with corn, like organic corn, if you wanted to use it sparingly and carefully throughout the summer or something because you wanted, to put some corn in a dish, you want to have that roasted corn on the cob, keep it under control where you're just doing a little here and there. But if you're sick with chronic illness, like really sick, you got something going on and you're really struggling, I would keep the corn out altogether because it could feed the bugs. Even organic corn can. So keep that in mind. I'm going to make some hot apple spice juice, right? Got 2 options, okay? So I got I got the apple juice itself. So you can go and pick up an apple juice, an organic apple juice, right? You go pick one up. You can use that if you need to. It's perfectly fine, right? As long as it's not like some apple juice that's got all the citric acid in there or all these natural flavors in there. If it's just pure, straight apple juice, you can use it if you want. You can pour it into your pot. You can make your hot spiced apple juice, pour it into the pot in a whole bit. That's one option. You can also juice fresh apples too. So you can do that. So I'm going to juice a little bit of some fresh apples right here. So I'm going to do that. And this is an option too you guys can do, which is perfectly fine. You can just run some apples through the juicer if you'd like. So that's an option. Just going to cut up some apple slices right now. What I love about the anti-bug cleanse is that it gets rid of bugs that control your life. Because if you're sick and going to the doctor all the time and you're doing your doctor visits all the time, and that's a big part of your life where you have to make your doctor appointments. Okay, I got to go see this doctor about this skin problem. Now I have to see the doctor because I don't feel good. Now the doctor's, drawing all your blood and knocking down your immune system by drawing too much blood out of you. You become like a slave to the industry, a slave to what the bugs are doing inside of you. Like you're becoming a slave to basically the world of bugs and the medical industry. And that's not a great place to be. That's not a fun place to be. Like, I don't want to be controlled by bugs and then controlled by big pharma too. Like, who wants to be controlled by bugs and big pharma? And here's the crazy thing. Big pharma, the classified medical research and science part of big pharma, is what made all the bugs. So that's why you're sick to begin with. You're sick because they made you sick. And then they exposed you. Just like the HIV, right? The HIV, they stuck all that HIV and all that blood, that tainted blood, and then they pumped it into people, right? That was one thing right there. I mean, they've actually spread HIV in a lot of different ways throughout the years purposely, so that people would actually get sick, right? And they're doing it with every single thing with the Epstein-Barrs. I said in the past, Woodstock isn't how simplex and herpes got around. It wasn't because of free sex in Woodstock. They put those bugs out there, and they put them out into the system. They contaminated the system. They actually infected people purposely. That's what medical research and science did. So keep that in mind of how it works. So any reason why you're sick is because of that. And then people spread them, of course, but they knew that. They knew people would spread the bugs. They actually knew people would spread the bugs. So it's like if you're somebody who's living with a condition of any kind, you're living with the bugs. And if you're living with the bugs, they're controlling a part of your life. They're actually pushing you into the doctor's offices. You have to get prescriptions all the time, right? You got a thyroid problem and you have to live on thyroid medication. Well, the bugs are doing that because the Epstein-Barr is the whole reason for the thyroid problem. If you got hypothyroidism, that's Epstein-Barr. So why are we doing the anti-bug cleanse? Right? Think about it. We're doing it so we can start knocking back the Epstein-Barr, knocking back the simplexes, knocking back that shingles. People think they skate free. People think they skate free and they're going to be fine. And then if you can fast forward someone into the future, like a seemingly healthy 20-year-old who feels indestructible, who has no problems. If you can fast forward them to when they're 60 years old and they get a shingles breakout all through their mouth and throat and then want to kill themselves, commit suicide, it's happened. You don't think the 60-year-olds or the 55-year-olds that get shingles all through their mouth and their throat and the roof of their mouth, you don't think they were 20 at one point and weren't exercising and playing sports and feeling indestructible? And now they're 54 years old, shingles all down their throat, and they want to die, and they're on morphine in the hospital? These bugs are in everybody, and they come out in the most crazy ways. So, medical medium information is reactivated Epstein-Barr. If you heard of Epstein-Barr reactivated, if you heard that Public medical research and science didn't know Epstein-Barr caused neurological symptoms and reactivated. That's medical medium information. So if you hear that from a podcast doctor, it was taken from medical medium information because that's where it was first. No one knew, and it's years of teaching this and years of teaching doctors. Nobody knew any of that. They didn't know that's how it worked. They didn't know Epstein-Barr reactivated. They didn't know Epstein-Barr had a second or third, fourth life and reactivated over and over again. They didn't know that Epstein-Barr is long haul plague. That's all Epstein-Barr information is medical medium information originally. So if you're here doubting, well, why am I listening to this guy and his anti-bug cleanse? Well, that information is originally medical medium, just so you know. So what I'm doing is I'm juicing fresh apple juice right now. If you guys are interested in the MM900 HDS, wait for the sale. Wait for a sale. I'm just saying, because I know I'm going to get a billion questions about juicing, so I'm trying to head it off at the pass. So what I'm doing is I'm making some fresh apple juice right now. I'm going to put it in there, in the pot. So I'm going to make that fresh, hot, spiced apple juice, which I'm excited about. Now, there's honey crisps out there right now, you guys. And like I said, you can do bottled juice if you want to do an organic, clean bottled juice. You can do that, like, you know, without citric acid put in there, without natural flavors put in there. So that's important to know. What I like about the spicy hot apple juice, it tastes so good, it's insane. You can use any kind of apples, all right? You may not want to use green apples, though. So you may not want to use green apples. Green apples don't usually come out that great. They don't come out that tasty. They don't come out that great. What I love about, you can use any juicer you have. What I love about this juicer is with food costs going up, all it does is save you money, which is incredible. It really, really like puts the pressure on whatever you're juicing so that you squeeze every last juice, like drop of juice, and that's what I love about it. I'm going to cut up some more apples real quick, you guys. I might have enough, and then I could also add some too, which is great. I mean, I could juice, but... And I'm going to make it again during the cleanse too, probably in the whole bit. I'm going to pop this right in. I'm excited. So that's incredible. And move the juicer over. Get the book here. All right, so I got this heating up. I'm going to throw some spices in here too. So I got some cinnamon sticks. Now, you don't have to use cinnamon sticks. So you can just use some cinnamon if you really want to. But I'm going to use the cinnamon sticks, okay? So I'm going to pop, I'm going to break one, all right? Pop that in there, okay? I'm going to add also a little bit of the bottled stuff because I want you guys to know that that's an option. So... it's a clean apple juice, which I really like. It's got no natural flavors. It's got no, citric acid. Always check, because whatever apple juice you find, make sure it's, you do the organic apple juice and make sure it doesn't have that citric acid or anything. So I just put some cinnamon sticks in there. I could put one more, too. Let that do its thing. This tastes so good. It's insane. I'm going to pop some cloves in here, too. I'm going to pop a few of those, right? And with the weather and everything, this is just such a great thing. Oh, my God. A little bit of nutmeg. Put a little bit of that in there. And I'm even going to take a little bit of ginger, pop a little bit of ginger in there, too. You can use fresh ginger. Perfectly fine. Okay. I got this simmering. So, everybody has a bug in them, whether they know it or they don't. Hepatitis C. When you see people getting hepatitis C, that's Epstein-Barr gone wrong. So that's Epstein-Barr sitting in somebody's liver for so many years that they eventually get the hepatitis C diagnosis. See? So, and if you got a reproductive system problem, if you have endometriosis, those are bugs. If you have PCOS, that's the Epstein-Barr, which creates PCOS. So keep that in mind. So can I use essential oils of clove, cinnamon, and ginger, etc.? No, Kathleen, don't do that. That's not food. Like, that's not food. So essential oils, and I'm not against essential oils, but don't use that as a food, okay? Use the food. Use the cinnamon stick. Don't use the essential oil. use the ginger, the fresh ginger, or the ginger spice. Don't use the ginger essential oil. No, they're not the same. They're not the same. I know people think they are, but they're not, okay? And I never recommend essential oils internally. I never recommend them internally. It's great to smell them. You can put them in infusers, or diffusers, or whatever you want to put them in. You can put a little on your skin. You can make your own concoctions. You can add it to some hemp oil or coconut oil, make your little concoctions. You can play with essential oils, absolutely. But never take them internally. Never eat them. Don't internalize those essential oils. They aggravate the intestinal tract, the central nervous system, and when you're sensitive, it could wreak such havoc. I've seen people just in such bad shape from it, so don't do that. Some people are so sensitive, they're sensitive to even the smell of essential oils. They're too strong for certain people to even smell them without getting headaches from it or getting aggravated by it with anxiety problems getting worse. Essential oils are for people who have a very strong constitution, who don't mind about strong smells. Their nerves aren't that sensitive or not sensitive at all. And they can burn, they can diffuse them, they can do what they want with them, but I still don't recommend taking them internally. Important on the essential oil note, really important information. Okay, guys, right now I'm just doing some hot apple cider. Actually, it's hot apple juice, and this is really amazing. I got this in here. I did some fresh apple juice in here. I also want to show you that you can use the bottled apple juice too. So I don't want you feeling stuck like you can't use the bottle. You can, all right? So I want you to make sure you're doing 32 ounces of water or up to a liter of water a day. I want that water intake. Herbal tea doesn't replace the water intake. So if you're doing herbal tea, right? So if you're doing your herbal tea, it doesn't replace the water intake. Keep that in mind during this cleanse, right? This cleanse isn't a deprivation cleanse, so it's not about holding food back and starving. It's not about going hungry. Really important to know, okay? So what you'll notice if you have questions like, wait a minute, what can I eat? What can I eat? What can I eat? What can't I eat? When you look at the levels, you'll instantly know, because the levels tell you what you should choose to stay away from, what you shouldn't eat, right? So you can actually see, whoa, I'm not supposed to eat the pork. Okay, well, that's not on the list. I'm not supposed to eat the tuna. Okay, that's not on the list. I'm not supposed to have corn. I'm not supposed to have eggs, dairy products, cheese, milk, butter, gluten. I'm not supposed to have soy. And then it goes on. I'm not supposed to have soy or lamb if it's level 3. If it's level 4, it includes vinegar, fermented foods, right? I'm not supposed to be doing kombucha, not supposed to be doing sauerkraut, not supposed to be doing... So the levels get more intense, but you'll know that what you can eat are the recipes you find in Cleanse to Heal. So you know all the recipes are here. You can eat all this incredible food. By the way, that's potato salad that I'm making tomorrow on the first day of the anti-bug cleanse, right? So, and then read the book. Like, read the Troublemaker Foods chapter when you get your book, so you can learn. So make sure the book is on its way, or go to the library and get a copy. Okay, so it's important to know, all right? Read the anti-bug cleanse so you can learn. It's not hard. This cleanse is so easy because whatever level you pick, you can do it. It's actually easy to do, whatever level you pick. It's really easy to do. So you guys, I'm going to actually take this out. This is ready. Okay, so I'm going to make a nice cup of it right here. So what you do is you take a strainer, whatever kind of strainer that you have, right? You put that over it like this, all right? And I'm straining this because I'm straining the cloves I'm straining out the cinnamon. I'm straining out that. See? So we're just making sure we're doing some straining. So I'm making a nice hot cup of spicy apple juice. See the cinnamon sticks in there, right? This is so good. I mean, you can drink this all day if you want during this cleanse. You can combine this cleanse with any other medical medium cleanse that you could be doing. You can combine it with any other medical medium cleanse or tools that you're doing. Okay, you don't have to stop your medical medium tools. You don't have to stop your medical medium cleanses if you're doing them, okay? Or you can combine them if you'd like, and that's perfectly fine. Right? So that's the hot spiced apple juice. That is so insanely good. I can't wait for you guys to have that. Sip it during the cleanse. I'm going to have some more. So good. Really is. You guys, want to make that announcement one last time. Later on at 6:15 Eastern, right? 3:15 Pacific, I'm going live on Rumble, and we're not going to be talking about the cleanse. We're just going to talk about some other stuff. It's just exclusive, a little private time, exclusive. It's going to be intimate. It's going to be like just whoever comes there. It's going to be us. It's going to be probably a small crowd, but we're going to talk about stuff, so it's cool. And I'm going now to Instagram. I'm going to turn Telegram back on. I'm going to turn TikTok back on. I'm heading there in just a little while, so I'll see you guys there. I can't wait. I'm excited about the anti-bug cleanse. I can't even tell you guys. I'll see you soon. And the anti-bug cleanse starts tomorrow. Remember that, day 1. We're just doing the pre-stuff. All right. I'll see you guys on the next platform. We're heading over there on IG, or just stay on Telegram. Just click Telegram back on. I'll be back on there live. So pumped. And TikTok too. All right. Love you guys.